looks like it has eyes. Why are these things so heavy? But we're here. We're in the middle of the forest again. We have a beautiful spot in front of us. And today we're going to be making a shelter out of these straw rolls. And surprisingly, these things are super dense and heavy. They are so heavy, probably more than all my gear combined. Well, that's one way to unload. What a nice day. Got all of the roof string up. Let's hope the wind, whoa, they painted it, is gentle. It's like a big cigar. All right. Oh, look at that. It's actually looking pretty nice. I think we'll be able to make a nice little shelter out of this. It's not so bad. I'm pretty much like sewing it into place, pushing the cord through and tying it to the support of the cord. Keep it into place. This is gonna be a pretty cool shelter. just relaxing in the hammock a little bit after just putting on the roof, and the roof went up a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I was pretty worried that with the wind like this, it was just going to turn this stuff into just a bunch of fibers and just have it disintegrate and blow away and never to be seen again. But actually it's holding up pretty well, and tying it with the twine along all of the edges of the rope ceiling really keeps it in place. And the wind's blowing pretty hard right now. Hopefully you can hear the audio, and it's holding up really nicely. And hopefully the walls go up pretty easily with the wind facing them, but we'll see when we get to there. But for now, I'm just gonna swing around in the hammock, have myself a little snack, and then we'll get to putting up the walls. So for a little snack, I got myself a little humanitarian daily ration. Pretty sure they have some little things in it I can just munch on. I'm not really hungry for a full meal, I just want something to get me through putting on the walls, really. We got 2 meals here. A Pop-Tart. I think that's a Pop-Tart. I might have a Pop-Tart. Oh. It's just literally a Pop-Tart. The most squished Pop-Tart I've ever seen, but it should be good. I can't believe how quickly it turned to spring. I feel like it was like in the 30s at night a couple days ago. I brought a pretty big sleeping bag. I might regret it later. I might be sweating all night long. We'll see. I'm also curious how much the ceiling will shed if by the end of the night or tomorrow morning, if there'll be like nothing left, because a lot of pieces are on the ground right now. I'm not sure if that's from just rolling out at first or if it's still falling, but we'll see. All right, let's go ahead and get some walls up. So I actually made this before I came out here. It's just a piece of wood that I cut at an angle, and I kind of rounded off the edges, and it's got 2 holes on it. And if you can guess what it is, it's actually a giant needle, because I wanted to kind of sew this thing together. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and string this in here and take the needle and kind of go around the tree branches if I can. So I'm just going to take this, going to tie it. All right, let's take this and ha! I think this will work. Go ahead and put in a couple more of these threads, or whatever you want to call them. Okay. Snip it and tie it off. That actually worked really well. It's on there really nice and secure. So the first roll ended just around here. I went ahead and tied it off on the tree a couple points just to keep it up there. I still have the full other roll that I need to pull out and just start wrapping the rest of the structure. So check this thing out. This thing is pretty crazy looking. I've never really seen anything like it. It's got full coverage all around it. You can see multiple layers on it. You can't really see inside of it, which is interesting. I wasn't sure if you'd really be able to, but I'm happy you can't. It's pretty dark actually. I still have a little bit of roll left in case I need to fix anything, or maybe possibly for the door, because that's something I have to worry about, is how am I going to get in here? Because right now there's really no way to get inside of it. So I got to figure out how to make a door. This thing is really cool, to be honest. It's an interesting texture all around it. Got the roof on it. I mean, I'm pretty excited to spend the night in here. And what I'm thinking is probably going to just take some scissors and snip, 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 snip about halfway, and then tie off each of the cut ends with some of the rope on both sides and kind of have a flap where I can kind of just go in the middle. Hopefully that will be the way I can get in and out, but we'll just have to try it and find out. Well, we're in, and honestly, it's very interesting. Feels like I'm on a farm or something. The shelter came up wonderfully. It was a lot easier to work with this material than I was thinking it was going to be. I thought it was going to be falling apart and just blowing away, but it's pretty solid even with the wind going on. Took maybe 3 to 4 hours to make. Not super long, but I was taking my sweet time with it just because it was such a nice, lovely day. Got the nice door there being held by the sticks on the inside and then the outside piece as well. You can see I have all my gear here. Sleeping bag, and I probably brought a sleeping bag that's honestly too warm because it's a hot day. I'm probably going to be sweating all night long if I stay inside of that, so I might just use it as a cushion, like a back cushion. I brought my metal detector because I want to do some metal detecting and hopefully find some treasure. Also got my food. I also have a giant flashlight in there that I'm interested to check out tonight. I have my camera gear, of course, all my camera gear, and then myself in my wonderful hay shelter. Feels like I'm just in a giant bale of hay, but it's awesome. And there's going to be hay pretty much everywhere. I'm pretty much going to be dreaming of hay. There's so much of it. But yeah, just going to relax, hang out in the hammock, and enjoy the beautiful day in my hay house. I'm loving it. Yes, I have some jelly beans. Alright, just finished relaxing a little bit, but now it's time to go treasure hunting. Let's take the metal detector out and see what we can find. Little tiny shovel, and the metal detector, and let's see what we can do. Let me go ahead and turn on the detector, and let's hopefully find some treasure. Seems that there's something here. Nope, I think this is it. It is the butt of a shotgun shell. Exciting. All right, we got the first find. Let's see what else we can find. I've been out looking for quite a long time and I have not gotten another hit yet. It might be a one treasure type of day today. I made my way back to the shelter. I pretty much went all the way around, way over there, way behind there, way over here, and I ended up coming back because I'm feeling like I'm not going to find anything else. I think it's time to head back in the shelter. Well, we're back in from our metal detecting adventures today, and we only found one thing today, but one thing is better than no thing, and it is the butt end of a shotgun shell. It's probably really old. It was pretty deep down there. Interesting. A lot of people definitely hunting. It's always fun to find things underground. Still a bit breezy out there. I'm thinking since I walked this far already, I might as well go and see how the bushcraft shelter's doing. You can see the shelter up here. It doesn't look like anyone's come by and messed with it at all. Look at that, it looks pretty nice. Huh. Solid. I made this thing to last. Hello? Creatures living in here. This thing is still rock solid even after the crazy winter. I'm getting pretty hungry. I think we should head on back to the hay house and get our dinner on. I'm hungry. I can't believe the wall and the door is holding up so well. What a great thing. I know that the shelter is over here, but it is not sticking out at all. I don't even see anything. It's just starting to poke out a bit. Looks like a hole in the ground. Then we got another one here. Could be where the coyotes live, honestly. Or something lives in there. All I see on it are just some deer tracks that stepped over it. So I'm really not sure if anything lives in here right now. Ooh, it's breezy. The shelter's holding up beautifully. And the door's even staying closed. So I got some water boiling in the pot. I'm going to be boiling it inside here just because it's pretty windy outside right now, and I don't think that the stove would stay lit out there. And we're gonna use this water to cook up some of this, some spicy seafood flavored udon noodles. I got this about a week ago when it was still getting pretty cold at night. It's not gonna really get cold anymore at night, but it's still gonna be really tasty. I also have a thing of dried mushrooms. I have a can of tiny shrimp. I got myself a sweet potato, a jalapeno, and then a whole little bundle of green onions. Looking pretty good. Let's try a piece of this. Huh, these ones aren't hot. That's weird, it tastes like a bell pepper. I think I got a dud. Haha, crazy. Adding in the noodles. They're so dry. And I'm just gonna go ahead and toss in the mushrooms. And this is gonna be very tasty. And I always forget how hot these metal handles get. Ooh, how amazing does this look? It's looking like it's pretty much done. About to grab myself a bowl and have a nice delicious meal of hot soup on this beautiful day. Oh, look how big the mushroom got. I am hungry. This looks amazing. I'm hanging out in my hay house, my straw shelter, and I think it turned out great, and this dinner looks like it turned out great too. Cheers. Any meal when you're camping or outdoors tastes so much better. It's really a nice day. I think the shelter turned out fantastic. It took me maybe 3 to 4 hours to make, and I wasn't rushing at all because I started early in the day. The stuff is holding together really well, even in the breeze. I am a little bit bummed that this material has the plastic netting, because I was hoping to leave this thing up and see how long it lasted, but with the plastic there, I'm not going to do that. Oh, look how big this mushroom is. Delicious. I'm pretty much in a house made out of straw. We don't have wolves around here, but if there was ever a time to have wolves around here, it would be now. I mean, isn't it like a wolf's dream to knock down a straw house or something? We do have a bunch of coyotes here. Maybe they'll try to knock down the house tonight. I did bring a really powerful flashlight that I made that I'm excited to try it out. I never really tried it out yet. And I also have a security camera that I'm going to set up outside just to see if anything walks by the shelter at night. That was without a doubt the best tasting ramen I've made out in the forest. I think the can of shrimp and the shrimp juice really added to the flavor. That was really good. Now it's time to just settle down, relax before the rest of the night. Alright, so check this thing out. Look at this. Looks like it has eyes. So this is my giant flashlight that I just finished making it, and I'm actually making a video on how I made this thing that's going to be coming out after this video, and I haven't even taken it outside yet. This is its first time taking it outside, and this thing is massive. It's heavy. It's got 2 100-watt LEDs on it, and I'm calling this thing the portable sun. When the sun comes down, I'm going to bring out my own sun, and I'm pretty excited about that. So I usually bring this out on my little shelter builds and camping trips, and that is a security camera so that I can hook it up to a portable battery so that at night we can see if anything comes by to check us out. And I taped some washers here so that the camera magnetically sticks to it. Let's see what it catches. It's beautiful. You can see right behind me is the shelter, and then way over there I can hear the frogs already chirping. What a beautiful night. It is officially nighttime. I think we need to go on a little night walk. Close the door. So this is my brightest flashlight right now. This thing, first we gotta turn it on. That's pretty nuts. I can't even see the other flashlight. We got the normal flashlight, and then the big boy. This thing is just massive. You can hear those frogs pretty loud. Oh, you can see some ducks over there. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a whole bunch of deer over here. Can you see their eyes? There's a couple of them over there. Oh, they ran away. I see a little bit of light poking through. You can see I got the light just completely illuminating this whole shelter. It's like literally daytime in here. It's pretty wild. The thing is insanely bright. Definitely hurts to look at it. Can't really look at it. Oh, we got a moth in here if you saw that. Right here. They just really like the light. The name of the game is how many moths are attracted to this massive light? Like a million. There's like a million moths in here right now. They're like everywhere. But yeah, there's just moths everywhere. This light is just like it feeds them. Pew. Darkness. Boop. Yeah, I'm just hanging out and relaxing. I got all my clothes folded up here and I can smell my socks. It was a hot day and they are not nice. I got myself a oatmeal cookie from the humanitarian MRE, which I'm probably gonna bust into a little bit. Got myself some water. Got myself a swarm of moths in here tonight. I am tired, I'm pretty exhausted to be honest. The hardest thing today was probably pulling out the sled with everything on here, because the mats or the rolls that the stuff came on were, I don't know, 40 pounds each? I'm just kind of guessing. They were heavy, they were solid. Yeah, it's a beautiful night. I'm excited to see if anything gets caught on the security camera outside. Looks pretty good. Oh. Mmm. It's the end of the night and I am tired. I am comfy, snug as a bug inside of my sleeping bag in the hammock. Got moths hung on all the walls around me, just relaxing, and I'm ready for some sleep. Anyways, I'll see you all in the morning, get some good sleep, and in the morning we're gonna wake up, have ourselves some pancakes, and just enjoy the beautiful day. Sleep well, and I'll see you then. Good morning. It's nice, you can see all the sunlight come through. Well, I slept pretty well. I think it's time to get up, check out the outside, get some pancakes going, and I can hear some turkeys screaming somewhere over there. Check out the outside. Pretty day. And the shelter held up beautifully. It barely even budged at all. And it doesn't look like it shedded many pieces. Well, I mean, there are kind of pieces everywhere. Even the roof looks pretty good. It is officially pancake time. Let's try it. It looks a little bit liquidy, but I think that's alright. And of course, the last one is always the best one. They be looking mighty tasty. Looks delicious. Very good. Can't go wrong with pancakes in the forest. I ended up sleeping pretty well. Can't complain. I woke up just in the middle of the night a couple times, but I didn't hear too much noise outside. Honestly, just some turkeys here and there. There's a big old bumblebee. So I don't know if anything's gonna be caught on that trail camera, or I guess my little security camera, but we'll check it out. But yeah, it was a really calm night. The shelter doesn't make any noise in the wind. But it was a really nice time in there. It held up way better than I thought it would.
I did hear coyotes once at night, making like a howl, kind of far. But yeah, it's been a wonderful experience, wonderful shelter. I'm really happy with how it came out and how it held up through the night. Felt perfectly protected in it. Obviously the thing wouldn't stand rain. Maybe it would stand snow, maybe it would like form a barrier on top, but the roof isn't very strong, so I don't know. It was just a fun little shelter I made. I'm just enjoying some pancakes in the forest right now. And sadly, we're coming up on the end of the adventure. And after I have some pancakes, relax, and then it's gonna be time to take down the shelter. I originally planned to keep it up, but since there's that plastic netting in it that I didn't know was there, I'm not comfortable just leaving that up, so I have to take it out, try to shake apart the whole mat, and take home the plastic part, which is probably gonna be a really long process. The last bite. Delicious.
I wonder if you caught anything at night, Mr. Camera. We'll check you out. The first thing we caught on camera is an exciting caterpillar crawling on a tree. The next thing we caught is kind of interesting. I'm not really sure what it is, but it looks like an eyeball floating there, like a deer eye or something. It's just kind of like a floating ball. Not really sure what it is, but it later just leaves the frame. The next thing we caught on camera is what I like to call the UFO. But more than likely, it's probably just a plane flying in the sky. I just thought it looked cool, almost like a comet, leaving a nice little trail. And the last thing we caught on camera was bugs. Hours and hours of bugs just flying onto the camera. Ah, so many bugs. Back to the shelter.
It's been real, Mr. Hay House. Thanks for the stay. Now it's time to answer the hard-hitting questions. Can I run through that wall? No. So it turns out this stuff is really strong. This is the first shelter that I haven't been able to just charge through. So pretty impressive when I thought it was about to be the most fragile shelter. But now I'm worried how long it's gonna take me to pull this thing down. So, the game plan is I'm going to come back and get all this stuff. That's what I'm gonna have to do.
Alright, so I'm going to take this sled of my gear and take it all the way back, and then bring the sled all the way back, and then fill it up with all that stuff, and then take it back. Nice and clean. Got it all packed up and ready for the long journey back through all of those thorns and vines. Hopefully it doesn't catch too much on it. I got my shelter packed up, as you can tell right here. I can't believe all of those 2 rolls is all of this. It just feels like so much more. But they were pretty dense. But yeah, it was a wonderful time spending the night in the hay house, the straw shelter. Beautiful weather, beautiful day. Saw some turkeys, saw some deer in the night, and it was just a wonderful experience and time. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the adventure with me. Thanks for coming by and watching the video, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you on the next one. I didn't make it very far, did I?